It is my honor and privilege to welcome you to the ceremony marking the 60th independence anniversary of our country, Nigeria. As we join the rest of the country and other world wishers to celebrate independence, let us start by appreciating our forefathers through whose struggles our nation was free from colonial rule on the 1st of October 1960. As you know, political independence was necessary for us to take full control of our destiny and steer our nation and our people towards a progressive and prosperous existence. And so today's reality is that we have been a free nation, absolutely free from the shackles and indignities of being ruled, dominated, and exploited by Imperial Britain for the past 60 years. This is no trivial historical milestone and achievement for which we are justified in rolling out the drums to celebrate with other friendly nations who share in our excitement and wish us well, no matter the circumstances and challenges of the moment. We therefore salute the courage, sacrifice, and heroism of our founding fathers that resulted in the birth of this potentially great nation. We shall forever be grateful to them not only for the plateau of independence they delivered to us on a platter, but also for reclaiming and restoring the pride and dignity of our people to self-rule. We also appreciate our past and present national leaders and the armed forces of Nigeria for their labor and sacrifice to keep this nation together for the last commemorative 60 years in the midst of the challenges which continues to manifest in many forms and proportions. At independence, our founding fathers envisioned to build our nation with due regard to our diversity and with visionary enthusiasm, provided the basic building blocks for sustaining a united, peaceful, and prosperous Nigeria in the foundational constitution document. We have democracy, regional autonomy, and fiscal federalism as guiding principles for political, social, and economic relations between the central government and the constituent regions. No one part or region was deliberately denied against what was due to it. Neither was any ethnic nationality politically and economically unduly favored above all others by the central government. Above all, the regions controlled their resources and were engaged in healthy competition for development and transformation while remaining loyal to the corporate existence and progress of the federal government. Under these arrangements, Nigeria thrived on a peaceful and progressive path as great author Chinua Achebe was affirmed. There was a country, at least in the First Republic, when through federalism and regionalization of political power and resources held sway. Unfortunately, the foundational principles of negotiated constitutionalism, regional autonomy, and fiscal federalism were blatantly jettisoned by long years of misguided military incursions and adventurism into the nation's body politics. Although the military has since vacated from politics over 20 years ago, but the constitutional, political, and economic substructures they mischievously imposed on us, especially the inherent error of commission or omission in the nationalization of communal lands and resources, have continued to challenge and diminish the nation's fragile peace, unity, and socio-economic progress. And so, 60 years after independence, nation building remains a far cry, and the lofty goals and aspirations of our founding fathers for a politically transparent, economically healthy, and socially peaceful and prosperous nation remain betrayed while the way to a glorious future is arrested. No one is in doubt about the fact that ours is a nation blessed by God with enormous human and natural resources. Yet, After 60 years of self-rule, we are still held behind as a nation teeming with one of the poorest and helpless populations in the world, with an average per capita income of not of less than $1 per day. Without inadequate access to social, political, and economic rights, including quality education, healthcare, nutritious food, housing, social security, information technology, energy, and transport infrastructure, Nigeria's misery index remains one of the worst in the world. And then violence, banditry, rampant killings, and insecurity continue to plague and ravage sizable parts of our country for over a decade, destroying communities, farmlands, and causing massive dislocations and untold sufferings to already desperate and helpless population. Never in our history, since the end of the Civil War, have Nigerians been so divided, despondent, and distressed, with prognosis that clearly point to the fact that the cracks are getting deeper in the mud-strange abuse and the base walls that have managed to hold this nation together. As things stand now, no one can really predict the future survival of this nation if we continue to maintain this nebulous, rigged, and generally rejected federal system through corruption, repression, and abuse of both legitimate and illegitimate state institutions. We may, as usual, choose to gloat in the limited progress we have made since independence, especially the relative expansion in access to education, healthcare, and other socioeconomic infrastructures, without giving any considerations to the serious challenges preventing us from building a free, fair, and just nation that will command the total loyalty of all nationalities above all other interests. However, let it be known that the persistent failure and our resistance to heeding the voices of reason in confronting and resolving the contending core political and economic issues troubling this nation as quickly as possible is akin to postponing the doomsday, which looks inevitable with the way things are going. Our nation can be strong and progressive if we practice true democracy, fraud-proof electoral system, effective and politically neutral law enforcement, deepen the rule of law, and enable the practical independence of our judiciary. Again, our nation can only be free from the perpetual state of crisis, violence, and threat of disintegration if we exhibit courage, sincerity, and commitment to rational restructuring, effective devolution of powers, resource control, and true federalism as a governance system under a people-prepared and robustly negotiated constitution that secures basic human rights and social justice as the touchstone of our existence, both as a nation and as a people. Therefore, as we celebrate the 60th independence anniversary of our country, let us all reflect on the need to save Nigeria from the self-destructive direction it is wrongly headed. Let us resolve to take the right steps to lay and institutionalize the necessary constitutional and political system that will enable us to build a free, sovereign, democratic, and functional nation under God, where everyone, including the unborn generation, can have equal access to political, social, and economic opportunities and live in peace, security, and happiness with one another. This is the only way for us to have and build an inclusive and prosperous nation unhindered by divisive and seditious tendencies and loyalties to sectional interests in our march towards realizing the lofty aspirations of the founding fathers and other patriots. As the governor of Rivers State, I wish to reaffirm the subscription of the people of Rivers State to the unity and continuous existence of Nigeria and our resolve to welcome, accommodate, and live in peace with our neighbors and our brothers and sisters from other parts of the country on the basis of reciprocity, mutual accommodation, and tolerance. The commitment of our government is to build a state that is home to all Nigerians and foreigners alike, who desire to either reside, visit, or invest and share in the social and economic opportunities that is available and in prosperity. In the last 5.5 years, we have prioritized and improved the living conditions of our people with unprecedented investments in the provision of socio-economic infrastructures across the length and breadth of the state. We are constructing roads, flyovers, jetties, markets, and expanding healthcare and educational facilities throughout the state, including our rural areas, to accelerate economic growth and make life more meaningful for our people. We have spared no efforts in advancing and achieving security, and Rivers State now is reckoned as one of the few most peaceful states in Nigeria, and with a much improved business environment that is attracting investors into the state in their numbers. We have prudently managed our economy and kept it on the path of safety and stability, such that we have been acclaimed as the most fiscally viable state in the country, generating resources enough to meet our capital and recurrent expenditures. Clearly, we have a bright future, and our dream is to create a prosperous state that offers viable opportunities for everyone who works hard to lift him or herself from the valley of want and poverty into the plateau of economic progress and prosperity. Although much has been achieved in our determination to build a better and prosperous Rivers State, we believe there's much more to be done to mobilize resources to build our economy and generate good jobs for our youth and a prosperous and dignified life for all our people. I therefore call on everyone to stand with us to confront our common challenges and together take Rivers State to the promised land of our dreams, as we will achieve more if we stand together and act as a united people with a common destiny. Finally, as I wish all Nigerians a happy Diamond Jubilee anniversary, let us all take pride in our diversity and rise above narrow ethnic and other sentiments to build a truly peaceful and united, prosperous nation. May God continue to bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless Rivers State. Thank you.